everybody! Today I'm here at American Vintage on Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, and I'm here with this beautiful young lady, Miss Janny Lee, and she is 14. And a lot of you gals have asked me to do kind of a preteen pinup video for the younger girls. So I'm actually going to make you guys two videos today. I'm going to do one that is hair and makeup for the younger generation, and I'm also going to do one that is style for the younger generation. So I'm going to really try to do some age-appropriate looks for you ladies, because I know a lot of your mothers don't want you dressing like pinup hookers. Who does? Anyways, I mean, I don't even want to dress like a pinup hooker. But I also am going to try to show you looks that are affordable and looks that you can do when you have to get up at 6 in the morning to get your little booty to school. So, let's get started. So I'm going to start with this Almay foundation, and all of the products I'm using today are from Janny Lee's personal collection of makeup. I thought I would show you guys what a typical teenager has in her kit. So I'm going to start with this foundation, and I'm just using a foundation sponge, which you can get at CVS or Rite Aid, and I'm just going to apply it over her whole face. Now, most of you young girls have a nice complexion, so you're not going to need a ton of makeup. I just use it to kind of even out any uneven spots, cover any blemishes, and just make sure that you have an even skin tone all around your skin. So then I'm going to take this Sephora palette, and this is a crazy palette. It has everything, but down on the lower left corner you will see that it has concealers in it. So I'm going to take a concealer that is just a tiny bit lighter than the rest of her skin, and I'm going to apply it underneath her eyes. And this is going to help for you girls that have any sort of discoloration or circles or bags or any of that, and it's really going to brighten up your eyes. Now, you don't need a ton of this. You just want a little bit to brighten up, and you don't want it to look cakey. And if you have blemishes on any of the rest of your face, now is also the time to use concealer on those. And I use brushes and sponges in most of my videos on myself, but I'm trying to make all of this stuff more cost affordable for you younger gals, so you can totally use your fingers when you're doing your concealer. It actually helps to blend better anyways. So now I'm going to take this CoverGirl blush, and I'm going to apply it to the apples of her cheeks. And to figure out where the apples of your cheeks are, just smile, and the spot on your cheek that is the smushiest is going to be where you want to apply the most of the blush. So for you young gals, make sure that your blush is like a light peach or a pinky color. Don't go anything that's too hot pink or too red or too purple or too dark. You really want to make sure that you still look fresh and young, but just give yourself a little bit of color on your cheeks. Now I'm taking this Avon powder, and I'm going to set the concealer that I put underneath her eyes just to make sure that none of it creases and it stays there all day. And then I'm going to set the rest of her makeup with just a little bit of powder. And you want to make sure, especially on the T-zone, which is across the top of your forehead and down the front of your nose, where you gals that are going through puberty are going to be the most oily, you want to make sure that you really dust that with powder really well so that you're not super shiny. And everywhere else you can kind of let be, because that'll keep your kind of natural glow to your skin. So I'm going to use this NYX Adorable palette for the next few things that I do. And the first thing I'm going to do is on her brow bone and on her bottom lids, I'm going to use the white color. And this is just going to be a good highlight color. Now, for you younger girls, I suggest that you don't use a bright, heavily pigmented white, because it's just going to be really too drastic. And you just want to kind of brighten your eyes and pop them, and you don't want to go overboard with the shadow. So after I'm done with the white, I'm actually going to apply just a shade that's a little bit darker, so it can be a beige or a taupe. It really depends on your skin tone. But I'm going to apply that in the crease of the eye, and that's just going to kind of give your eye a little bit of dimension, and it's going to give you kind of that pin-up look. And you can wing the shadow kind of out towards the outer part of your lashes also for that pretty shape. And then when I'm done with the shadow, I'm going to start with her eyebrows. And just make sure that your eyebrows are groomed. Don't go crazy with the plucking, you young girls, because they don't grow back if you do it too much. But I'm just going to take a little bit of the shadow, which I'm just using the darker shadow that matches her hair. And I'm just going to go over her brows and give her brows a little bit of an arch and a little bit of shape. Janny Lee still has pretty full brows. She doesn't over pluck them, which is awesome. So she's not going to need a ton of shaping with her brows, but I just kind of like to accentuate the arch and give the ends a little bit of a point. So now I am going to apply mascara, and this is just CoverGirl mascara. And for your guys' lashes, especially for you younger girls, I really advise not wearing fakes. unless it's a special occasion like a dance or something. But for every day, like if you're going to school or whatever, you don't want to be gluing lashes on your eyeballs every day because it's actually really damaging to your natural lashes. And most of you young girls have really beautiful long lashes to start with. So use an eyelash curler, which I haven't used here, but use an eyelash curler to curl them, and then just apply a couple of really thick coats of mascara, and that should be plenty for your eyes. There's really no reason for you guys to be wearing fakes to school. So now I'm going to add some color to her lips, and both of these products are Balmer Betty. So the first product I'm going to use is actually a lip stain that's made by Balmer Betty. There's a lot of more inexpensive brands that make lip stains also, but I like lip stains on younger girls instead of lipsticks because they don't have such a harsh look to them, and I also find that lipsticks actually really age your face, so you want to keep your face looking young and fresh and healthy, and so a lip stain is going to just give you a really pretty natural flush on your lips, and also it's just less work. You don't have to worry about lip liner and I don't know, lip brushes and all of the other accoutrement that goes along with wearing lipstick. So if you want to sass it up a little bit, you can also do a colored gloss, and this is also a Balmer Betty gloss, and it is Retro Ruby from my line with her. So I'm just going to apply the gloss with a lip brush because it's just easier to apply this way, and you can also, if you do want to make more of a line around your lips, you can use a lip brush with the gloss instead of using lipstick. And I just like to layer the gloss over the lip stain because it gives it a darker color, but if you do want a more sheer lip gloss, just do it without doing the lip stain underneath it. So if you want your eyes to be a little more dramatic, you can use a black gel liner, and this is Makeup Forever. It's a little bit spendy, but you can use any kind of black liquid liner that you want. But I'm just doing a really, really thin line of liner, and I'm not winging it out too much. I'm just doing a little baby wing. And so this will give you a little bit of dramatic without going overboard on your eyes. I can't stress enough that you want to keep your face young and fresh and as natural as you can, even though you're doing the pinup look, because you want to preserve your youth while you can. But anyways, just doing a little thin line of liner is really going to make your eyes pop and give you that pinup look, and it's also a lot easier than having to master the really thick black liner with the huge dramatic wings. We're done with makeup. Let's do hair.